We should be good to go. Looking to see if I got someone in the chat. Anyone in the chat? Okay, we're good. I see chat. Good evening, guys. Good evening. I'm going to start pulling up. Derek A., Christian Princess. Good evening, Old Doge. Am I late, Old Doge? I said 9:30. What's going on, guys? Nobody here. Spock here. RK858. Good evening. Apes Blazing Does Stuff. Ape Name Roscoe. Yucca Fritta. WV. Lupe. Carl J. Ayo. Yeah, solo mass tonight. I hope you guys can hang. PC3. Hammer. Droobs. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry this is so late. And Tony tonight he was on, I guess, live. He was on live earlier today for a while. I saw he had a bunch of people watching, ton of views. So that's good. I think he's going to try to stay in with Scarlett tonight and enjoy some time. And I just rushed back here today after I kind of saw what was going on. I was down for the last 2 days working on the place, and I got back up here because I knew people were going to probably be wondering what's going on. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Ralph, good evening. Mike, I answered you back in the chat today. I said I'll root for Wilson this year, definitely. Marco, good evening. Matt, Ape Logic, good evening. Musky Doge, Backyard Boogie, Jam Bams, hey girl. Joey Trivia Perez, good evening. Danny R, Golden J44, Nick YD. What's up, pimpin'? What's up, pimpin'? Were you guys surprised today by that move? Susan, good evening. Yes, everyone up in here. Natalie, how you doing? Aaron, good evening. Involved Radio, 24 The Money. Mike. Hope for a Generation. All my OGs. All these names I'm looking back, I have at least been saying for probably 6 months. I don't see any name I haven't seen. Hey, Chad, good evening. How you doing, brother? Yes, sir, Mr. Clifford. What are you guys' thoughts on today? I think the next 24 or 48 hours are going to be very telling for the market. Richard, good evening. The Force 123, Steve, Catscat 5, just got back from the lake. You have no idea what happened this week in the market. We got a little bounce today from the Fed, right? 0.75 rate hike. And they're saying, they're talking very hawkish. So, and I think the market reacted to that just like it normally has. Now, will that change tomorrow when GDP comes out? I don't know, because the mainstream media and everyone's been telling us that no longer is GDP, a negative GDP in back-to-back quarters, considered a recession anymore. Now, I don't know when they changed the definition of that, but Dips, good evening. How you doing tonight? KY Medic? It's a fake out before the crash. That's what I think. It looks like a fake out to me. And I heard Tony talking earlier about why would I sell my AMC right now? Why would I sell my AMC right now when it's at what did we close at today? 14 something? 1448? What the hell would I sell now for? Jacqueline, how you doing tonight? Dibs Patel? Nice to be able to chat with you as well. I'm glad I made it back to be able to go on live. Sorry it's so late, but Vinman says, what about Gary Gensler's $100 million show company? Vinman, Gensler is not on our side. Hey, Shirley. Good evening. How you doing tonight? Just another pothead? We ain't selling. Why would I sell now? And just for any GME people out there, when I went out live one Monday night with Tony, we talked about the price action coming up and the negative catalyst for the market. And we took a guess on GME. And, it bounced back today. And so did AMC. And I clearly said I'm going to wait a couple more days to see what happens with GDP numbers and the Fed hike. But that was just a personal choice. And everyone has to make those choices for themselves. No one can get mad at anyone else because they did something because someone else did something, right? We're all grown adults. J-Stars, how you doing tonight, man? Danny R says, Matt Core is the type of guy who steals people's mobile orders. Lupe, what's going on, man? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we've seen this before, guys. We've seen this before. Still not selling. I mean, I'm almost going to take a hit now if I sold my AMC. Why the hell would I do that? When Tony talked the other day about readjusting strategies or, he's not dumping AMC. We've discussed this. I think we're on the same page 100% that we just thought possibly GME would take a little bit of a dive after the split. And, with this news, the whole market rallied today. It wasn't just GME and AMC. So you can yell all you want and say that, it was the wrong move, but we're getting some hawkish news. But I think it's illegitimate. I don't think it deserves the excitement it's getting. Jay Portugal, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Dream of stuff? I have only 10 shares of JGN. Jeez. I'm going to tell you guys I'm real tired. So Monday night after the live stream, we got off at, 12:30? I think I finally fell asleep around 2, got up at 4:30 to get down to the new place, then worked overnight and slept last night finally. I finally got some good sleep, but did the same thing all over today and then got back. So my words I might be tripping over my words a little tonight. Jabroni Salad, good evening tonight. Yeah, if you guys remember to hit the like button, fine. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a 99% chance this video is not being monetized anyways, so don't even worry about it. Carl J, good evening. How you doing tonight? Rafi, I got no Tony tonight. Carl J says, Mike, Susan, Demainer. Hope everyone's doing well. Same. Hope you guys are doing well. Spock here says hopium is a bad thing. Yeah, it is. It is. It tests the limits of the human emotions, right? Hopium. If I hadn't done the YouTube thing and I was just a casual AMC shareholder, let's just say we're still diamond hands. I haven't sold any shares, didn't sell on the way up, haven't sold on the way down. I think I don't want to go too far here with what I say. I'm going to be careful with what I say. Let's stick with the chat for now. Corbin Dallas, good evening tonight. Dream of stuff. Jim Thomas, good evening, my brother. How you doing tonight? Any updates on AMC 6, son? No, I mean, we are just waiting to hear what happens with August 4th, right? And I did write something down earlier. I guess I'll throw this out there and see what you guys think, but I haven't really talked with anyone about it. I was seeing that with the Prime membership on Amazon, this is just something that popped in my head. They're releasing, what is the new movie I was just watching the trailer for? Help me out, chat. There's a huge movie coming out on Amazon, just about to come out. I know The Gray Man just came out on Netflix. But it's something about the theatrical releases for these streaming services and why a partnership with AMC would be a good idea. And is that possibly what they've been talking about this whole time? Just something I'm throwing out there and we could talk about. Let's see here. Playing Uno with my son, says Danny R. And he had all, wow, you're screwed, bro. Absolutely, he's cheating. Check his sleeves. Check everywhere. Something's going on. There's no way you can pull all wilds in Uno. Straight wilds? No way. I think we will start to see a nice run with AMC. Hope we see 20 WV says. Oh, I'd love to see 20 next week. I think the next 24 to 48 hours will give us a good indicator of where the market's heading. Will we continue to see this like midsummer run that we're in right now, whatever the hell you want to call it? You know, August is not normally a month where the market tends to take off and do well. Kitty Sweaty, good evening. How you doing tonight, my man? Peace and love. All say hi to Rosie for me. Rosie, what's up, girl? Good evening. How you doing tonight? KD Sweaty is a good man. Gray Man was great, says Bucks fan. Yeah, I almost tried to watch it today, but with the market news, I was like, dude, I can't take 2 hours and go watch a movie today. I would have loved to have, but CSI in the chat right now. Cool, sexy investor. He's a handsome man. I'll give him that. Old Doge says, gonna ride it all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom. Me too, bro. Me too, brother. Me too. Curtis says, do you think TLBT closing of the 20 million announced tonight is a good thing? Yeah, I guess, Curtis, you could look at it as a positive. And look, with the TBLT thing, guys, we talked about this. We talked about it, the reverse split, diluting the shares. That was going to be an issue. And sure enough. Maggie, good evening. How you doing tonight? But going forward, Curtis, if we're having to get, what did TBLT do today at the end of the day? I didn't see where it closed. And I know a lot of guys made money off it, and that's great. I'm glad people took their profits, got them off the table, down to the 15%. Yeah, the company's heading the wrong direction. Unfortunately, it's very hard to back that position. Yucca says, my thoughts on AA's tweet. The chess tweet. Was there another chess tweet besides the one that he gave for Batman with the rooks? Oh yeah, with the 20-1 chess thing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, Yucca, I love speculating and throwing ideas around. I do. Like I just did it with the Prime membership thing. But trying to decipher between him and Cohen's tweets, it's fun. It's fun. But like, how the hell am I supposed to explain to you what that exactly means for us and a short squeeze of the stock that we own? Correlating those two and telling you exactly what it means, I don't know. Going to see Nope this weekend. Popcorn and Coke, says Carl J. I haven't seen too many reviews on Carl J. I know they were expecting a $60 million box office. I think they brought in 45, something like that. 20 to 1, Yucca? I hope not. Hey, yo, yes, I did see an article about that. Yes, I haven't read it yet. I was reading up on the White House press release about the economy, and well, we'll pull this article up in a minute. But yes, I did hear about it. I just didn't have time to dig into it. Not today, at least. Chad says, Mass, I don't care what anyone does with their bought and paid for shit. Yes. Okay. So I want to talk about that for 1 second, Chad. Yeah. Yeah. Me neither. Me neither. At this point, I'm past the money, right? So kind of the idea that we talked about going forward after this pounds and earnings coming up in August, we're going to be looking at how long exactly? Give me 1 second to open this calendar. Going back to January 2021, we got 19 months, right? So for 19 months, almost 2 years, we've been holding this stock. Now, the shares that I've already purchased up to this point are going to stay where they are. I'm not touching them. They're going to go to the side, and I'm not touching them at all. Going forward, after the August 4th and the earnings, after August 4th earnings and this Pounce announcement, I think going forward, I'll reevaluate what I do with the shares that I buy for AMC. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy and hold. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything. I'm just going to reevaluate my position. But the shares that I bought up to this point, for full transparency, are not being touched. I've already considered that money a wash, and I've already considered it not available for consumption. Domainer, good evening. How you doing tonight? Kiwi Girl, thanks, Chad, for bringing that up. Kiwi Girl, how you doing? Good evening. Real Rugged DIY. Curtis, you got it, man. Hot Dew, good evening tonight. Maggie Acorn, Mike. So I'll make sure I get everybody in here. Nope says nope was great. All right. Miss Gloria, how you doing tonight? Sean Harris, do you think GME will move with AMC? Oh, it's definitely possible. Absolutely, Sean. Yep. That we've seen that happen many times. Definitely a possibility. Who we got? Six Sun, Mass, what do you think about the split? Which split? Six Sun, GME? IP, good evening tonight. Yo. How you doing, man? What's going on, bro? It's great to come back and talk to you guys after being gone for 2 days. PM Righteous, how you doing tonight? He says, hey, Mass, I'm sure it seems like they can play this AMC shorting a lot longer. I hope this doesn't go into 2023. I hope it doesn't. Look, if we are sitting around right now waiting for them to become profitable again and hoping for some type of dividend or something like that, I think we are looking down the wrong path right now. I don't think that is going to happen. There's no way a squeeze can last 3 years. I mean, yeah, of course, technically it can. I don't know if I can last through a squeeze for 3 years. Pixel Pro Shop, Stephen Shire says, good evening from Virginia. Good evening, Virginia. Oh, Virginia. Holding AMC strong since February 2021. Entrance price of $678. That's a beautiful way to get in right there. Only added and won't let go cheap. Yeah, I'm not selling any of the shares that I bought so far. I'm like right on the cusp of red and green. It was a lot better $10 ago when we were at 25, 30. But I hear you, bro. I'm not letting anything go cheap either. Nope, absolutely not. The only problem is, and this is a personal thing for me, guys. This is totally personal. Do not take this in consideration when you're figuring out what to do with AMC going forward. If when I make this move and try to go to full-time doing YouTube and talking about news stories and trying to find relevant topics that affect the market and certain stocks or prices, price action, it's going to, you're going to need to be making plays to make money. And I don't want to use AMC. Like I said, I'm going to put those shares. I'm not touching them. I don't want to use AMC as a money printer for myself, but I'm definitely going to take a different approach when I come back to the stock market. That's for sure. That is for sure. Because I know a lot of people have made money. They've been able to get in and out of plays without being greedy and make money. And that's the ticket. Lupe, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Says, hey, Massalorian, you should load up on some Mega Millions tickets. I almost bought one tonight. I didn't have cash in my pocket, so I didn't. But I almost did buy when I heard it's almost up to $1 billion. I'm like, man, that would be great. Thank you, bro. I will buy 10 tickets. Wait, is it too late? Yeah. The drawing's tomorrow, right? I will buy 10 tickets. You got my word on that. Thank you. Appreciate that. If I hit it, look. How many people got in the chat tonight? 206. If I hit that Mega Millions or whatever, the Powerball, make sure you remember tonight. You just got 50 Mega Millions tickets just another pothead. Nice. I hope you win, bro. Billy 87, how you doing tonight? GDP report out tomorrow. Yeah, J Deer. That's what I would say. That's why I put it on the thumbnail. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I think today was just a head fake. A real good one. Grandpa Barney, how you doing tonight, man? Good evening. Good evening. Man, everyone loves Grandpa, huh? All right, sorry. I'm falling behind the chat here. No, we are not wrong, but they are messing with us. They are playing with us. They are playing with us. We're not wrong, Kiwi girl. Yeah, just keep, like I said, I'm not touching any of the shares that I bought. Everything I bought to this point, I've already kissed that money goodbye. Cannot be used for anything. Rafi says, Mass, I'm in since February 2021, 560. Man, you guys got great averages. 678, 563. I couldn't resist not buying on the way up. I got really caught up in the emotion of it. I did. I got fired up. I thought once we hit that all-time new high, ran past $32, $33 for AMC, I thought it was all over. I really did. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. On June 3rd, I thought we had come to a place that people have never been before, almost more so than GME. I thought for sure there was just no way they could stop it once we got to those crazy numbers. So once it hit 40, I'm like, this is a bargain at 40. Shit, I wish I had bought more at 10. Opinionated assholes, good evening, man. How you doing tonight? Demeanor, my average is down to under 20. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. I saw Demeanor on, where did we see each other the other night, Demeanor? On whose live stream? Oh, Savannah's, right? Savannah Hernandez's. Grandpa, thank you. I don't know if I'm going to buy 20 tickets or I might put $10 in gas to get me back tomorrow. Unless that's a demand. Is that a demand? Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Marco says, I'll get you some AMC shares. All right, sounds good. We can do that. We could do that. If we hit the lottery, we might be able to force the squeeze. $1 billion will buy you a lot of AMC. You'll be a millionaire. Let's see. Monkey? No. It's a tick. I have a nervous tick. I clear my throat a lot. You guys will notice it during the live stream. I think I used it as a security mechanism. Jeff says, how much money per day are the shorts losing on AMC? Depends, Jeff. I mean, every day it differs, right? And some days they're not losing money. SoCal Ape says, we're closer than ever, people. Just hold. Yeah, don't be faked out by this move with the Fed. Don't. There are still many people that are in deep doo-doo out there in hedge fund land. Don't believe the hype. Hadu said I averaged up from 13 to 33. Yeah, I mean, I think I bought my first shares at the end of February, beginning of March, and I think we just moved from between $6 and $7. And then bought all up to 40, and I think right now I'm around 13 and change. So I'm just barely green, guys. Just barely green. Which is why at this point, after all this time holding, what the hell would I sell at this price? Forget it. Oh, Grandpa, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'll grab 20 tickets. Gotcha. When stop renting? I don't know, man. J-Boy, I'm downsizing, right? I haven't lived with a roommate in I don't know how long. This is going to be nuts. But times are tough, and you got to sacrifice to get to anywhere in this world. There's got to be sacrifice along the way. Greg says monkeypox isn't scaring us. They are now trying to roll out I know, Marburg. Yeah, I saw that. I know. Yeah, just be aware. Be aware. Listen, the thing about monkeypox is, you know how many people have died of monkeypox? Zero. Nobody. Maggie says it confirmed in Augusta. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Maggie. It's definitely going to spread around the United States. They say it's something that affects primarily the gay community. Is what it is. That's the science. I don't know what to tell you. Fauci is the science. Trust me. Yeah, Mr. Barney. You very much are, sir. Thank you. Philip, good evening. How you doing tonight? Let me say, get some shout outs here. Philip Burgess, good evening. Who do we got new in the chat? J.A., I got Greg. Jacqueline, good evening. J-Boy. Feek, how you doing tonight? All right, I think I'm caught up. Doxino, how you doing? Monkey Fudd, says Carl J. Right, exactly. Grandpa is having dinner top ramen. Are you really? What flavor, Gramps? I started Bluegrass. How you doing tonight? I started buying at $2 all the way up to 51 average. It's 33, but own thousands of shares. Right on, brother. Right on, Bluegrass. LA, how you doing tonight? AMC GME bought 5,000 Highcroft mining today, hoping that Pounce has something between AMC GME. If you're right about that, it has something to do with gold. I'm sure you will be doing very well, my friend. If that's what it is. If it has something to do with them hitting some kind of vein on the Highcroft, either their first site or the second site, watch out. Chicken to meat. It's funny because my buddy's ex-wife is a vegetarian, and she tricked me one time into eating a Beyond Meat lasagna. I didn't even know. It wasn't bugs, though. Don't worry, Nicole Kidman. I don't know how they could get out of this, but you can best believe they are trying to figure a way out. Oh, Doge, yeah. They've been kicking the can, bro. They've been kicking the can, and they're now kicking it even harder because they should have really raised interest rates 1% the last couple of times. I know that would have been a shock to the system, but inflation and the rates and the interest are not catching up to each other anytime soon. Vin Cool says, I've graduated to pasta sides from ramen. Carl says, mind games, mass. Yeah, absolutely. Jay Beebs, good evening, man. How you doing tonight? Here's the thing. The media tomorrow is going to come out with either one of two stories. They're either going to say that we're in official recession and people should be frightened, and they could use that as a fear monger for everyone. Or they could come out and say, we don't feel like the data anymore supports two negative GDPs. Two negative quarters of GDP constitutes for a recession anymore. They could say that because of how low unemployment is and how strong the job market apparently is. Don't believe that hype. A lot of people walked off the job in the last 2 years for whatever reason it was, whether it happened to be because they didn't want to get vaxxed or whatever the reason was that they left their job. Because the gas is too high. Don't believe that hype. Ray K858 says, you know when you're broke when you cut cubes of spam to put in your cup on the oof. That sounds horrendous. My God. Big B, how you doing tonight, man? Good evening. Jake's in Texas. What's going on? How you doing, brother? Is it hot as hell in Texas right now? I can only imagine. C-Pain has gone on air a number of times telling retail to hodl, Domainer. Yeah, he's still hodling, right? I mean, Charles got a lot more money than I do. That's for damn sure. But he's still hodling. I am going to 100% promise you the shares that I have now are not going to be touched. And that's been my mindset for a long time, but it's official. Midterm election is near, says Fred, and they are going to. Yes, sir. Right. Exactly. Don't let them fool you. I played a little like spin on Monday night when we were on live when I was on with Tony. We put on the Well, it was like just a little clip from 2018 when everyone in the media was talking about GDP being negative and back quarters being the definition of a recession. And even in the last week, Japan and Great Britain have both said they're about to hit a recession because they've had two back-to-back quarters in negative GDP. So we are the only ones coming up with that narrative. Just remember that. My friends, remember that. 24 The Money says, Tide made a plus 80% move today, plus 20% after hours, heavily shorted, not financial advice. Thanks, 24 The Money. Yeah, I got locked out of Tony's live stream today for some reason. 24 The Money. I was trying to see what plays you guys were talking about, what runners. Mass, you know the media is going to... Oh, he already has. I mean, they already are. Yep. They're going to try to make it look as rosy as possible. Hot and dry and miserable in Houston, says Ryan. Gas under $5 finally here in Cali. Wow. And Carl J, remember, this is temporary, man. This relief we're feeling right now is just because of the reserves that we released. That's the only reason we're not still continuing to go up in price. Big B says, what's your thoughts on TBLT, Mass? Goodbye. So here's the thing. They got their earnings coming up on the 15th, right? Me and Tony went back to look 2 weeks ago on the Friday night live stream after we got off to look up all the numbers, earnings from June 2021 up till March 2022. And then we noticed that they had an announcement from April 22nd that they announced it will affect Tblt Industries will announce a 1-for-150 reverse stock split of its common stock. Effective to become effective on 12/01, April 25th, 2022. That's not good. Those aren't the kind of things or fundamentals I'm looking for in a company. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you made money in TBLT, like I know OA did, congratulations to you guys. I'm very happy for you. I hope you crushed it and took a scalp with you. But going forward, I would just be very careful with TBLT. Yes, Bucks fan, I did see that. In the middle of a food shortage. Good idea. That's because that's what we need right now, right? Let's cut more agro production when we've been clearly notified by heads of state from around the world that we're about to see massive food shortages. We haven't seen them yet, guys. The effects from what's going on right now are not going to be felt for a little bit, maybe a couple months, maybe late fall, maybe around Thanksgiving. You really won't start to see it till then, but then you'll see it. Benjamin, good evening tonight. How you doing? Carl says either that or they're clueless as fuck. Right, exactly. Exactly. PM Righteous says, I watched The Big Short. I wonder, I said that earlier today on Tony's live stream. I feel like Michael Burry every time something good happens in the market. Watch The Big Short. I wonder if Citadel is in as bad a shape as that. That movie was an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener, wasn't it? The biggest eye-opener for me was when he went to the lady who from the agency there that rated all of the commodities there, not the commodities, but the lady who did the ratings and said, how are you rating these AAA? How are these AAA rated? I don't understand. That was an eye-opener. And then when he repeatedly was calling them, saying, this ain't right. I'm telling you, I got the math right. I know I'm right about this. And they were pushing him off, ignoring his phone calls, and laughed him out of the room. It was a big eye-opener. It really was. It's definitely helped keep me in this play. That's for sure. Imperial Beach, good evening tonight. Man, I haven't been to Imperial Beach in a long time, Paul. Good for you to be here. Glad you're here. Last time I was in Imperial Beach, I don't know if I ever told the story. I was cleaning up the beach for my biology lab. We had our lab was to clean Imperial Beach on Saturday mornings, which was cool. I like doing that. Guys, give me 1 second. All right. Memorial City here says Ryan. Crystal, good evening tonight. Crystal says, I'm going to be overnight sometime in 2022 when people who all of a sudden want to work and can't find work. Yes. Yep. There are going to be no jobs. I'm planning for that right now. I'm trying to find something I can do overnight to bring in some extra money. Kim A says, love Memorial area, Ryan. Too crowded now. So-called Ape. We got a lot of San Diegans in here, right? San Diego wins in here right now. 376 for gas, says Mike in Florida. That's a nice price. Purple Sky, how you doing tonight? What's up, my brother? Let's see. Oh, Greg, you're Lynn, Mass? Nice, buddy. Nice. I like having a lot of locals. I want to get more Boston people. Definitely. Beautiful. This may have been their plan all along. Hold AMC down until restart scalping it up and down. Again, another thing we talked about in the past. The day trading if AMC is going to become a thing. If you don't think they're dangling the carrot of that with these algos and the price action moving like this, they are. Yes, John. MC's in the house. Life is sweet, says Grandpa Barney. Charismo, good evening tonight. Hodel. When Moon, hopefully friend my soon. Hopefully friend my soon. I'm tired. Hopefully soon, my friend. Big B says, does phase 6 actually go into effect September 1st? I think Biggums was talking about that. And it should be the final nail in the coffin for bank/shorts. Big B, I'll have to look into that. If it's actually going into effect on September 1st or not. If Biggums is saying that, Biggums does his DD properly. I mean, just off that, I would take his word for it, but I will check and see. September 1st. Biggums usually don't say something unless it's factual, at least based on some fact. Costco in Virginia had gas at $3.50. Nice. Bliss, good evening. How you doing tonight, Clip? I think I was postponed until next year, says Susan B. I'll check for a postponement too, I guess. Back to the Future 99. What's going on, brother? Says, hey, Mass, what are your thoughts on SDC? Thought you meant for myself. I'm like, I could probably use that, but for a potential squeeze play. So Back to the Future, I don't usually go into tickers at nighttime. We usually don't try not to do that because we could spend 20 minutes going through this to try to figure out if it's a good setup for a squeeze right now, and I'll miss 9 million other questions. It's just something I don't do on live streams normally. So let me take a quick look at it really quick. I am not a day-to-day financial expert on stock movement. I can look at a chart and tell you what I think. SDC, look for a comment tonight after the video's uploaded. It'll be in the comment section. I'll have an answer for you. Headstock Harem, good evening tonight. Says, hey, Biggums also mentioned something about $2 quadrillion. Not sure what it was about. $2 quadrillion? You sure it wasn't about how many Shiba Inu coins there are? 2.2 quadrillion? River Driver 666 says, I'm not fatigued. Are you? No, I'm not fatigued. I'm not fatigued. I'm a little physically fatigued right now just from like the moving and all that stuff and taking up the new place, but not so much with the market. I think we've handled it pretty well so far, and I'm not completely worn out. But we've been doing this buying and holding thing now for the better part of a year and a half and haven't seen the results we're looking for. Putting a lot of faith into Adam Aaron and Ryan Cohen to come through for us. I really am. Bliss says, love Bigums. Yes, yes. Bliss says, hungover and a little fatigued. 2.2 quadrillion in derivatives. What did Bigums just do a live stream recent last couple days? We talked about all this. I'm going to have to go watch it. I swear I don't get Bigum's notifications when his videos come out. I swear I don't get them. Lizzie, good evening. How you doing tonight? Arcade58 says fat but not fatigued. I did do some cardio this morning. There you go. Crazy Bluegrass Crazy says, what about AA saying 1 billion shares of AMC traded in one day? How is that even possible? That wasn't the word that he used, was it, Bluegrass? But we've seen AMC traded what 1.8 billion times on the day of the squeeze. I think Tblt the other day flipped like something crazy 60 times. The float. The Goov says, what's up, Mass? Longtime APF from Swansea, Mass. Nice, baby. Shout out to Swansea. Been here since 10th of January 2021. You think I might do any of us make the right move by doing that? Yes, I think we did the right move by not selling at 70. If you want my honest opinion, I think the payoff for this down the road will be bigger. We will make more than $70. I think that would have been selling ourselves short. I mean, look, it's a great gain, right? That is a great gain, but that's not what we banked on when we came into this play. We weren't talking about making $70 a share. Now, I could have pulled out at that point and been set up for a good bit. I wouldn't have been set up for life, but I could have taken care of some things. So I ain't selling now. And the Goob, that's just me. That's got to be a personal decision for you, but I'm still here. Doxino says, Mass. Domainer says, I stopped watching the line. Best thing ever. That's a big part of me not getting so stressed has been getting off of the minute-to-minute tickers. That has done me a world of good. And I've talked about it multiple times in my videos about watching the ticker constantly 24/7. Massalorian Cat Phase 6 is postponed. Okay, that is official. But is the Phase 6 is supposed to go into effect September? Okay, thank you. Thanks for laying that up, Doc. Appreciate that. I'll still go watch Bigums anyways, just to see exactly what he said. But thank you. Lupe, Bay Area still $7 a gallon? Jesus Christ. That's nuts. Mass, am I familiar with AVCT? No, Broke Ape. I'm not. I haven't. The last 10 to 12 days, I haven't been watching the market during the day at all. That's going to change as soon as I get settled down in the next 10 to 12 days going forward. We're going to be doing a lot more talking about other things, looking at other companies while continuing to hold AMC and GME. J-Star says Biggs did 3 hours last night. Okay, that's why I didn't realize it. I was literally painting till about 2 a.m. It was a 13-hour day. So I probably wouldn't have taken, probably would not have retained any of that information anyways last night, that 3 hours, but I will definitely go check it out now. It's looking good so far, Fred, right? Not bad. Not bad at all. Crystal says, well, we're frustrated now holding so long, but I believe once we moon, and we will then be thinking CAA not so long for a couple years to hold. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. And I can't fathom selling AMC at $14 or $20 or $40 or $60 when I already had could have pulled out at 72 and made a killing. I can't justify that move. Nope. Well, let's see. It's psychological. Stay strong, says Purple Sky. Exactly. Yeah, this is a very simple head fake, I think, guys. Don't let him fool you tomorrow. We're definitely in a recession. And you can blame the Federal Reserve for that. Mostly. And just remember, the only people really the Federal Reserve can answer to is Congress, because they are responsible for the minting of coin and currency, which ultimately falls under the jurisdiction of Congress. So the Federal Reserve, because Congress is in charge of that, ultimately falls under the discretion of Congress. So if you're not happy with the Federal Reserve, Bliss says we just hit under $5 here. Roseanne, good evening. How you doing tonight? Roseanne says, hi, everyone. Traveled today, flew into Florida, visiting family. Roseanne, how was your flight? Nice and smooth? I'm sure, right? Did you fly Spirit? You and Tony have helped me not to give up. Pantheon Story made me know this was the play to be in. Bigums and Boss are tops too. Greatly appreciate you. And I would say the same for all those guys. Yep, Old Doge. I'd throw Casey Shaw in there. There's a lot of good guys out there, man. There are a lot of good guys. There's a lot of schemers. There's a lot of good guys. CSI's been a good guy. He's hung on. Chad's been in here many times. Reached out to me times of need. There are a lot of good creators. A lot of guys I would not mind having watching my six. For sure. Crystal says, when we all have bank and look back, we won't think. Oh, that's right. I put that up already. Okay. Sorry. I'm catching up here, guys. Jake in Texas says it has to be a life-changing amount. Yeah. Right, Jake. This is a once-in-a-lifetime play. We've talked about that. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't want to say, shit, I made a mistake by selling when I panicked at 14. No. Red Star 7311 says, oh, man, is it you, Red Star, that keeps hitting me up on Charge Point? You know, because I have a big position in Charge Point. How high do I think Charge Point can go? It depends. They need to sign some contracts, and they got to look for some government assistance. I heard some news today that Manchin is willing to sign off on one of these infrastructure packages. I could be mistaken on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe I read that earlier today. So that could make this price of Charge Point move for sure. But just always remember, Charge Point's a middleman, right? All they're doing is making a transfer of the power. But that is a income in perpetuity, which is nice. Having residual like that. Planted Beta says, I've been holding AMC for over 2 years. Yeah, if you guys remember to hit the like button, that would be great. I'm holding AMC for over 2 years. When do I see gains? I'm just about to take the shares I have. It's over 1,000 now. How long did the VW squeeze take? I believe it was less than a year, the VW squeeze. Tesla took a little more. Yeah, Planted Bear, that's what I'm doing. Every share I bought up to this point, to this date, or pretty much till August 4th, because I might do some buying in between now and August 4th. I don't know. If I do, that will be put to the side, and I'll just consider a wash. I've been kind of doing that for a long time now. And Mike must have answered someone a question. Thanks, Mike. Greg says, Bigums has tons of useful info, but his whiteboard skills are horrendous. He's not an artist, right? But his DD solid, and the guy's looking out for his people. So Groove says this is the way diamonds. A lot of people last night said they didn't get Bigum's notification domainer. Yeah, I definitely didn't get it. I would have remembered probably. If he was going live, I probably would have remembered. According to Bigum's docs, ISDA phase 6 is what's really going to start screwing with the market. Cooks up their butts. Yeah, Bigum's is big on the ISDA in phase 6. Yeah, I know. I'm just worried about this market. I really am. I got some concerns the next 6 months with the way things are going. Prices at my grocery store are stupid high. Me too, Carl J. Stupid high. Stupid high. And the selection is getting horrible. The other day, I probably already said this, but the other day there was only regular milk. Couldn't get any chocolate milk when there's just like 5 sections of chocolate milk. I'm like, wow, no chocolate milk. And the one thing I've been watching since I did that video about 6 months ago about the food shortages, the one thing I've been watching is the frozen section, and it is wiped out every time I go in there. There's nothing in there. Nothing in the freezer section that's decent at all. 24 The Money says Netflix, Microsoft, Facebook, Google all missed earnings. Had a poor forecast. Amazon and Apple are going to beat not going to beat in my opinion. Yeah, and then we're going to get GDP numbers tomorrow too, and then we got PCE numbers. I forget when those come in. Let me look at see if I can pull it up. PC data when it comes up. Oh my God, I'm looking at the PC chart right now. So we got a lot of things that are coming that are going to swing this market in volatile ways possibly. Yeah, Amazon and Apple tomorrow are probably not going to beat. That's going to be very telling if all of these major companies here are missing huge. The Vineyards, how you doing tonight? Says, Mass, we're going to hold until they bleed out. That's how it has to be. Yep. I just can't sit here and bullshit you guys. I can't sit here and let me just tell you this. The algorithm is making some big changes in YouTube. Just a heads up to you guys. They are making it now where they are pretty much forcing us to do a minimum of 3 shorts a day or a live stream because they want to try to compete better with TikTok. And because of that, because of that new stipulation, if you don't comply with that, it's going to hurt you in the algorithm. So, not that matters too much for me because the algorithm really doesn't work for me anyways, but just to give you a heads up, if you're going to see more of it. It's going to happen. Bucks fan says, I'm not counting on AA. I'm patiently waiting for the downfall. That too, right, Bucks fan? Like I'm putting that all into consideration as an overall effect that will help us to get to where we need to be. Liquidity problem is not going away. Absolutely not. 100% agree with you on that. 100%. We should get commodity money because of the amount of corn we sell. That's a good point. We should. LA says Pelosi sold Nvidia stock with a $300K loss. I can't believe she walked off the stage the other night after they asked her about that play. It's so crazy to me. If that was a Republican walking off the stage, they would have stoned him. Susan says, I'm waiting to be able to buy some AMC popcorn from the grocery stores. Yeah, we're supposed to have, that should be very soon, right? So that's going to be good news for us. It's going to be good news. This is my first time asking. Shit, Red Sign, what did you just ask me? Hang on, bro. My fault. What did you just ask me? Oh, it is the first time? Okay, gotcha. It's somebody else, time, Red. Sorry, I apologize. If it wasn't you, my fault. Sorry, bud. Someone's been asking me a lot since I said I own ChargePoint. Almost in every live stream, someone said, where do you think ChargePoint is going to go? Thomas B., good evening tonight. How did you do in your exam, by the way? Officially over first week of October. Well, I'll be here, man, so you let me know. Mr. Simon, good evening. How you doing tonight, man? Apple giving China a discount makes me worried. Ryan says, Apple giving China a discount makes me worried about how bad earnings will be. Yep. CPI on August 8th. Ruben A. Yeah, we got our fingers crossed for you. So, LA, I checked on Liz today, and I did hear from her. I think she's getting things together, but it didn't go too deep into elaborate on it. I just kind of got an understanding of kind of what's going on. Can't you cut this live stream into? Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, I could. But who the hell wants to get 15 notifications on their phone for a short video? I would unsubscribe if someone did that to me. Broke Ape says you got this, Thomas. I'm sure you did great, man. Seemed like a smart guy. I'm sure you did fine. Lizzie says I never get notifications. Yeah, they don't they don't push my videos, Lizzie. Which is fine. I have a good, solid group of people that I chill with on the channel, and we talk and we discuss things, and I leave the comment section open so people can say what they want. I hate shutting down conversation no matter what it's about. I don't want to regulate conversation, or, it's just not my style. Even if it's not going to make my channel grow right now. I mean, I'm pretty stagnant with growth. It is what it is. Carl J says, Thomas, you nailed it, no doubt. Michael Wilson says, if the pounce has something to do with AMC popcorn, yeah, we have to riot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Greg says you never get him anyways, Greg. Yeah, they don't push my videos. It's all right. Free large popcorn on 731, apparently real rugged. That better not be the pounce either. Kiwi Girl. Banking errors here today couldn't fund brokerage accounts for first time this has happened to your knowledge. Really? You're going to hear a lot more things like this happening, though. This is not going to be the first or last time, Kiwi Girl. Be careful with all the banks going right now. Everything going on in the economy. People are getting desperate. Bluegrass says they will all miss earnings tomorrow. This market is on the verge. I agree, Bluegrass. Look, I can't guarantee this thing, but I'm sort of using AMC as a little bit of a hedge right now against some kind of crash. And I know everyone says can't take margin calls into consideration, but if there's some kind of major rejection in the market, they're going to feel it. They're going to have to do something. Crypto is pumping, Rafi. Let me see. I got this Stream Deck, this stupid thing, and I never use it. Wow. It's moving, huh? Man, everything's looking great. I don't know. Carl J says intelligent people here. I like to believe so. I think the people, especially people in chat right now, there's some really smart people in the chat. People who are on top of their shit that know inside information, great DD, that are watching other channels that are providing good DD. It's all helping us, right? I don't want to shoot down anyone that's adding knowledge or information to our movement, to fighting the hedge funds in general. I'm a giver, J-Ras. I'll take that. Purple Size says, I never used to get your notifications, but I get them now and didn't change anything. Well, that's good. I'll take that. That's great. Roseanne, thank you so much for always commenting. Appreciate you. Jeffrey, good evening tonight. How you doing, buddy? Lou is ahead of the YouTube curve. Lou is a businessman, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm extremely jealous of his success. It's amazing how much money he's able to make. It's all about how you go about it, right? Okay, Grandpa Barney, you reached out to her too? I did speak with her earlier today, so that's good. Yep. Nice. P.S. Not her name, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to give her name out, but. Yeah, Greg, I'm trying to upload to Twitter more, so you guys, if you're getting it through Twitter, it seems like people get it through Twitter, right? And I never promote Twitter. I don't even think I have it listed anywhere because I don't really like Twitter, but seems like if you're on Twitter, you'll get the notification. I have found that. Don't we need a crypto to tank to bleed the hedge funds? Vin says. I mean, a lot of people have assumed that, Vin, and we have seen that crypto has tanked, so to say, right before AMC has run in the past. But I don't necessarily think that we've proved that. That could totally just be coincidence or have a very small effect on it, right? 70 bucks PC3 says Grandpa is well connected. Yes, he is. PVV PC3 says 70 bucks a share wouldn't be the Mo ass, more like the mini ass, right? That's right, brother. Mini ass sounds better. Watch Mara and Riot. Yeah, always, guys. If you're playing a crypto play, always Mara and Riot. Anytime Bitcoin moves, Mara and Riot are going to run with it. And I mean, that's a guarantee. Guarantee. Oh, Kiwi Girl, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this message, Kiwi Girl. So in Tony's live stream earlier today, I swear to God, the first message I typed was, I feel like Michael Burry right now. What the F? It's exactly what I said today, the first comment in the live stream. Oh, that's good. I'll take that. That's great. Doc says, Aaron is not going to end his long career. 100%, Doc. He said that very clearly in his interview with, what was her name there? Melissa Lee? Is that it? Melissa or Michelle? Melissa Lee from CNBC. Yeah, he was very clear about that. And he's had a very prestigious and he's left a legacy behind in every company that he's touched. And I don't see that ending on a bad note with AMC. I agree with you 100%. I think he's got a lot of pride, and I don't know how conservative he is. Not so much with politics, but just about his speech, because he's been talking a lot of smack in these tweets. I just hope he can back the words up. I know in the street you'll get your head knocked off if you start running your mouth and you can't back it up. Next thing you know, it's Control Alt Delete and you're on the ground, right? Always appreciate you, Grandpa. Yes. Lou is comic relief. He is, man. He's great. I couldn't believe Frontline did a piece on him. Go watch the whole hour special on that. You guys will be amazed. Nick YD, how you doing tonight? Sergeant Joe Friday, good evening. Nothing better than eating some pizza Regina. Oh, I was just there earlier at South Station. Watching the stream, pounding some beers. There you go, bro. Yeah, I was just at Regina earlier today. No, Greg, it is not. I'm going out on the limb here. 3 HYMCs for every AMC share, says Vineyard. Natsuka, good evening. How you doing tonight? Good evening, Natsuka. Hanging in there, I hope. Michael House says the market will continue floating along unless CPI and PCI are shot. I think the numbers will be close to last month. Continuation of the BS. That's what they're trying to do, Mike, right? They're trying to make this not seem like a big deal. But listen, the numbers don't make sense. Even the inflation numbers don't really make sense. We're probably more at like 15% inflation if you really think about it. John O'Connor, what's up? How you doing tonight? Mass, can we expect a live stream the night after the pounce? Yeah, and probably the night of the pounce, I would think. If we know whenever that announcement is made. I'm going to try to flip this studio in 48 hours. So get everything out of here, dismantled, reset up in the new place within 48 hours. I'm going to try and do that next weekend so I don't miss anything market related. The worst time in the world that'd be. I mean, this couldn't be a worse week to move. It possibly couldn't be worse. Couldn't. Purple Sky, you saw that? Yeah. Yep. Naked Shorts, Melissa. That's right. That's right. My wife wishes she had more ass. Can you explain? Hey, Mass. AMC Machine says, hey, Mass, can you please explain how this GameStop stock split dividend was supposed to help crush the short sellers? So if it was a true dividend, AMC Machine, if it was truly a dividend, that would have exposed the shorts, right? But that's not really what it was. We just had basically a split. So therefore, that didn't have to expose any shorts. And I believe that's why so many people are amped about the dividend, because you wouldn't pay a dividend to a share that doesn't exist, right? Roseanne says, for sure, inflation numbers are manipulated. 100%. 100%, Roseanne. We're probably at closer to 15 or 16% inflation right now, in all honesty. Bliss says, can't wait to see the new studio. Yeah, I can't wait to have it done, Bliss. I'm sick of painting. I had the biggest glop of paint fall in my eye last night, painting the ceilings. I almost put my hole through a hole in the wall. But I have no more patches left, so I couldn't do that. Let's see. Susan, yeah, me too. Only for AMC, pretty much. And to help along with the YouTube algorithm. Purple Sky says, we moved my dad last week and it was absolutely miserable in the heat last weekend. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. One good thing about the new place has central air. I'll give it that. And I'm going to have a real brick background. That would be nice to get rid of the fake brick. Greg says splividend. Right. Right. That's what that would have really helped. Green screen paint? No, I'm making a real background, Greg. Real background. It's going to be not more adult like, but maybe a little more newsy, I would say. Yeah, newsy. It's going to look good, I think. And I'm more worried about the quality of the material that I bring to you guys, really about how the studio looks like. I want it to look nice in the background, obviously, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting the right info, especially if we're heading into a tumultuous time for the country and the world, for that matter. So if I can be a vessel to pass on truth to you guys, then so be it. And at the same time, hold AMC and GME until we squeeze. That's the way. MC, bless you, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Always. MC is, man, thank you. Always coming through, bro. Mass, can you ask Tony to blink when he makes a short video, says PVV. Yeah, guys, I don't think, some people are going to do that. Some people aren't. I shouldn't even have mentioned that. That didn't really slip out, but if you notice that any channels out there with shorts all of a sudden accelerating the number of shorts that they put out, you know why. Tell them Mass sent you. You can just say, is this for the algorithm, or do you really mean this information? Greg, that was just sarcasm, right? I just put that Lou frontline thing in the beginning as kind of a joke, right? Because of the words that the narrator said there. He's like a Silicon Valley guru now working on Wall Street. Old Doge says, video tonight, blast the ESG corporations, Will Corporation today. That was easing. I haven't seen that. Ron DeSantis did. I haven't, but I did see something about new digital IDs that Tony Blair is pushing. Tony Blair's company is pushing these digital IDs to help track for vaccinations and stuff like that. Susan, my Twitter handle, I think, is at Massalorian. Hang on. I think. I couldn't believe it. I looked the other day and I just crossed like 600 people following on Twitter. I was like, what? Barely post on there. At Massalorian, Susan. Okay, AMC Machine says, important question. Mass, what does it stay for stock? Jeez. That's a tough question, man. Just own both. Why do we have to pick? Why do we have to fight? Just have a position in both, and that way you're not going to miss out on anything, right? In my opinion, I think AMC has a bigger community. But we also have a much larger float. Mike says, all you need for a background mask is a flag. Yeah. I'm afraid they're gonna hit me for the algorithm by put a flag in the background. I know a couple people had to take down Biden sucks posters. I'll take a mirrored ceiling any day. Let's see. Ving Cool says, can a company issue a one-time dividend for like a penny just to expose? No, especially even if they're not profitable, right? You can't have any debt and issue a dividend. So that's the problem. Jeffrey says, Mass, even a dividend wouldn't have exposed the shorts because they could have just covered the monetary position and it kept going. Right. That's true, Jeffrey. Yeah, they could have. Yep, they could have. Thank you, Greg. There's the handle, guys. Thank you, Greg. Good point. And Maggie, thank you very much. Maggie, appreciate you always. Thanks so much. Tony needs to make all his shorts with Ken Griffin's face. We'll have to get him a mask. Ken Griffin mask. Royal Rugged says, keep holding. Yep, just keep holding, guys. And honestly, I'm a little biased towards AMC, right? Even though I love GME and I think Ryan Cohen's done a great job so far with what he took on, having to deal with a brand new world right now where brick and mortar really seems like it's coming to close to an end. I mean, as long as we continue to see defunding of police and security and people going into malls and going crazy and people robbing people, you're going to see brick and mortar take a hit. I'm telling you now. The more let this get out of hand, the more and more you're going to see people just saying, it's enough. I'm sick of getting robbed. I'm sick of getting held up. Why would you risk it? Just sit at your computer and order Amazon. They just drop it at your house. Forget it. So you can go in and be a hero in a mall and people call you a criminal. Why would you do that? And if you were a cop, why would you risk getting in trouble? I would stop all pursuits immediately right now if I was a cop. No more. They run. They're on their own. I'm not risking doing something to get me in trouble. Greg says they are dumb enough to use him after Trey and Chorus got on the tube. Maxie, how you doing tonight? Long time. How you been? Long time. I don't make a message. Do you miss me? Yes, Maxie. Please send more. Send more messages, please. But good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Grandpa says, hey, Mass, doesn't that say something them doing a piece on him? Who, Grandpa? Oh, Susan, you did? What number were you? 600, 6 something? Boston Skyline, Pat's helmet, and King Kong is a must for new digs. Oh, yeah. So that's all staying. Purple Sky. That will be implemented into the background of the next place. I'm going to keep this corner behind me right here. That world map's going to be bigger. I'm going to replace the 3 Star Wars pictures in the back with a map of the world. Kind of the same style, 3 panel, but it's going to be probably twice as big. A new air sign. That table's going to be gone. Yeah, making some changes in the background, but the ape's going to stay. That ain't going nowhere. I'm always going to be an ape. Diamond Hand and AMC. Confederate flag? No. No. I will not. I did Civil War reenactments. I fought in the Union. Messed up as it is, sometimes no better place to rather live. Susan, have a good night. Thanks for following me on Twitter. Yeah, if you guys remember to hit the like on the way out, that would be awesome. John, don't bother. Don't do. Why would you do that? From North Carolina? I'll take it. I'll wear it one night after we mow ass. Jeffrey says in a Dory voice, just keep holding. Nice lunchtime surprise. Frozen State, where are you? Lunchtime. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see what happens tomorrow. The next 24 to 48 hours are going to be interesting. Grandpa says, Bliss, how come you don't do a wrench? And I'm going to say for the 9 millionth time, I'm not even still sure exactly what a wrench is. I think it means mod. Spot on, says Eddie. Don't be a hot shot. Bliss says I work for love. Oh, Grandpa Barney. Yeah, I was just doing some sarcasm on that Lou thing. I just took the words and cut them up that he was saying. He was talking about some other. I mean, I had to go to a different video where he was talking about Silicon Valley. Then I took that audio and cut it into where they talked about the stock market and made it sound like he was talking about him, but it really wasn't him. Let's see. Crypto is pumped and dumped now, methinks. PC3 says. Oh, you're in Minnesota, Frozen State, working second shift. Well, enjoy your lunch, man. Thanks for joining me during your lunch. Means a lot. Appreciate it. Finn says many retailers don't even prosecute shoplifting anymore out of fear. Yep. And I know I got law enforcement people who are subscribers. Some of you guys out there who I've spoken with through an email or the comment section. And like I said, I take every individual interaction between police on a case-by-case basis. I don't feel one way or the other about them on a broad spectrum. Rafi says, Mass, have you seen after our run, healthcare and energy stocks? Hoping today's late bill hopium. Yeah, Rafi. I think this is a head fake, man. In my opinion. I think we're going to get smacked with some reality tomorrow. Even though the media is reporting that we technically are not in a recession and that Janet Yellen can tell us that, and that because the job market's so strong and we have 3% unemployment, the thing that they're not factoring in is, and the way they can manipulate those numbers is because they're not taking into consideration what happened during 2020 with the shutdown and the pandemic. How many people walked off the job for good? Lupe says, hey, Massalorian, my thoughts are don't be a thug if you can't take a slug. That's right. Pluma y plata. Pluma y plata. Coco, I know you love Lou, bro. It's all good. If he's keeping you in this play, I got no issues with that. I really don't. If you like listening to that bullshit 6-7 times a day, watching that head sweat pouring off, them titties jiggling, that really blows your hair back. You watch him till for as long as you want. If he's keep you in the play, I'm with it. That's all I care about. Just don't sell. Dips, appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Carl J, I think, is saying, hold if you can. Won't be another squeeze like this ever again. I don't believe so, Carl J. We will not see another squeeze like this ever. I don't believe. Manjeet, how have you been? Good evening, Manjeet. Glad you could join us. Glad you're still rocking with us. Glad you're still here. How are you tonight? Damn, they are pumping the shit out of crypto. Yeah, it is. Bitcoin is running right now. What's Ethereum doing? Bitcoin's up 476. It was just a little higher, I think. 2%, and Ethereum is up just under 5%, 1,600. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't sell any of my crypto at a loss. Thank God. People were stealing DeWalt tools left and right. Coco says I'm obsessed. I am a little obsessed, Coco. I'm not gonna lie. Purple Sky, thank you, brother. I mean, I'm doing this for myself too. Don't forget Purple Sky. Like I'm in this play with you guys, right? We're all holding the stock. So this is also a therapeutic thing for me because I get to listen to what you guys think. And it's important. So thank you, Purple Sky, man. I'm trying to do my best with what I have to work with. Vin Cool says, John Connor, exactly what Marshall's corporate told my brother-in-law. And remember another thing, when they keep using these numbers of the unemployment rate, think about all the companies that you've heard about laying off in the last 6 weeks. All the major corporations that are doing layoffs right now. We're going to see a very different number soon, guys, on unemployment. Oh, yeah, for sure. Maggie, yes. I will have to I give credit where credit is due. I do not want to watch anyone sit on the toilet. Definitely. Purple Sky, you are a sister? What? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Well, thank you, girl. Good to know I have a sister local. I think you're my only one. Roseanne says, why is AMC volume so low? Roseanne, there's a lot of reasons, right? Look at the overall market. Think about retail. How much money is retail playing with right now to be able to continue to buy right now? M3, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. And the content really is a nod to you guys because I wouldn't be making it if you guys weren't watching it. So John O'Connor said, as store manager, we can't do anything. Talking about people stealing. And that is what drove me back to school for my second bachelor's, this time in computer science. Nice, John O'Connor. There you go, man. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. If they continue to lose, I think they said Walmart lost $1 billion last year in theft. That's not sustainable. Not. Why wouldn't you just close down all of your brick and mortar if you were Walmart and set up distribution centers? You only need a couple trucks to deliver to the entire neighborhood that used to come to your store to shop. We could see a huge flip transition with the way brick and mortar stores are going in the forward, especially if people don't feel safe. They don't feel safe to bring their families there to a mall or a strip mall or wherever. Crismo says, Mass has a sister. Yeah, Purple Sky, and she's a Bostonian girl. I thought Purple Sky was always a male this whole time. My apologies. Lionel, how you doing tonight? PBB says, Mass, I'm your brother. Now say hi to your sister-in-law, Purple Sky. Purple Sky says, in May, they couldn't fill jobs. Now it's 2-3 months later and people laying off. Doesn't make sense. The market taking a spin today doesn't make sense, Purple Sky. None of this is making sense. Oh, Western Mass. Okay, gotcha. How can they ensure when their policy is just let them steal? Premiums have to be astronomical. Think about the profits that are, how that's coming out, biting into their profits. See what the numbers are going to be tomorrow. How many Apple break-ins? I know it's probably not that significant, but how many people have you seen running into an Apple store and just ripping everything off the shelves? They've busted rings upon rings in California that have done that kind of stuff. It's not sustainable. Maggie, good night. Thank you so much for all your support. Have a great night. People getting held up, killed at the gas pump. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about that going forward. There's a lot of stuff that's going to get discussed that I haven't talked about before. It's all those self-checkout situations, says Jake's in Texas. Sergeant Joe Friday, good evening. For the YouTube, says, people getting held up. Yeah, okay, got that one. Chris Mo says, Luke, I'm your second cousin twice removed. Roseanne says, if I had children in public school, I would pull them out and homeschool them for sure. You know, the one thing I would, looking back at my education, I wish that we had covered more was economics. I wish in high school and maybe not middle school, right? But high school, I wish they had talked to us more about economics, taught us more about how the stock market works. You know, that would have been probably before the Madoff PFOF days, in my case. But Sandra Longamats, good evening tonight. How you doing, my friend? Best job security is learn a trade or a skill, then work for yourself. I haven't earned a paycheck in 33 years. There you go. Yep. And San Diego Laundromats, I had my own business up until 09. So this is my second go around after I make this move at trying to launch my own business again. Hopefully this time, good timing, right? Rarefied Tennis says, sick of the Dems. Yeah, I'm sick of talking about them too. I'm sick of having to bring them up. And, you know, it's not anything against Democrats or Republicans. I really am not either. I really am not. It's just a matter of, it's 2022 and the people in office right now are fucking us. I can't get mad at Trump for that. He has nothing to do with it. I was doing fine till Biden got into office. PVV says people should be buying AMC GME shares instead of buying Apple phones. Yeah, man, I haven't bought an Apple phone in a while, PVV. I used to be a huge Apple fan. And then a couple of years ago, I just, you know what, forget it. I'm so sick of this. Every 6 months is a new iPhone. Forget it. They're not going to string me along forever. Well, I would have kept upgrading my cell phone and the one I've had now, I've had since when I bought my first AMC shares. So a year and a half. Not the actual phone itself, but the physical phone, but the, you know, the style and the company. Not a political guy, but Trumpy. Yeah, I was just doing a little better with Trump in office. That's all. I mean, I don't know why I'm being called right wing for that. I don't believe they want the masses to know that info, sir. It's terrible. M3, it is what it is. And look, they've been watching my channel. Clearly, they have put up before. They have put up specifically that some of the things I say are conspiracy theories on my videos. So don't tell me they aren't watching. That has to be done by someone manually. Everyone's trumping things up. Well, Biden, their time. Sick of the Dems, sick of the reps, Republicans. Yeah, me too. I could do without either one of them. I think the whole place needs to be flipped on its head. Not the system itself, not the Constitution, not constitutional law, or not the way Congress runs, just the participants. I'm not saying we have to burn down the whole system. I'm not an anarchist. San Diego Laundromat says, I wish you luck. Look forward and don't look back. You can control it. Thank you, San Diego Laundromat. Appreciate you, bro. Purple Sky says, my bank account was healthier when Trump was in office. He wasn't the best speaker. Nope. He doesn't have the best moral clause. He doesn't have the best speech. He can be brash. He's got a lot of imperfections, right? But as far as being presidential, we wouldn't be in Ukraine right now. And we could have taken that $54 billion and done something good with it. Like, I don't know, fixed every bridge in the country, repaved every highway in the country, given $1 billion to the 50 biggest cities for homelessness or job growth or community centers. We could have done a lot of stuff with $54 billion. And we just sent them another $270 million yesterday. The European Union just sent them another $500 million to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Zelensky is firing his chief of staff and some of the heads of his department because they're hiding money offshore. Shocker, right? Shocker, the most corrupt country in Europe is smuggling money. They even said out of the what was it? Whatever the number was, 274 million, 99% of it was going for weapons. And then like 1% for medical supplies and equipment. Tail Dog, how you doing tonight? Manjeet says, I'm going to launch my business after the squeeze. So done. I'm so tired of working. Me too, Manjeet. I thought we were going to be over this last summer, and I would have been able to go on and put a news channel and make a sick news channel on YouTube and be able to do whatever I wanted because I had plenty of money from the squeeze, but that just hasn't happened yet. So I'm still hodling. Can it be? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, I'm on solo. Yep. I wasn't actually planning on going live tonight. I came back from the new place this afternoon and kind of saw what was going on and decided to come on and talk to you guys because I'm sure everyone's wondering what the hell's going on. John O'Connor says, Trump or DeSantis, I'm good with that. Money in my pocket means the most. I would love to see Tulsi Gabbard on a ticket, and I might get a lot of shit for that, but I like Tulsi Gabbard a lot. I don't know if she's for real or not, but I like the words that come out of her mouth and what she says. If she's to be taken seriously, I think she's a legit candidate to help this country. Chrismo says, I'm sick of the everything crash. M3, yes. Yep. I could take either one or leave them. Headstock Harem says 54 billion nuts. Yep. To kill people. Literally for bombs and missiles. For a proxy war we started. No. Definitely not Ray K. Grandpa Barney says, Grandma is home. Thank you, Grandpa Barney. Love you, man. Thank you so much. And I will buy 10 tickets tomorrow for the lottery. Well, what did I say? Yeah, 10, right? Or 20. I can't remember. But I will get them. And thank you for your support, Grandpa. Really appreciate you. Thanks for checking on Liz Clayman, too. Let's see. Yeah, but he didn't really read the bike. But you got to be able to, stick the landing too, Vin, right? I mean, you got to be able to stop and then hold yourself up. So I don't know if I would have called it riding. Because riding means that you came to a complete stop at the end and were able to hold yourself upward. Yeah, San Diego Lagermats. Forget about that. Jake Sullivan just said in the last 24 hours, they asked him about the American people and is he still okay with continuing to send money overseas while the American people suffer? And he said, yes. Fundamentally, yes. That was his answer. So good luck with that. Eddie 896182 says, agreed. Tulsi should run as independent. I would love that. I would love that. I wrote in Tulsi in the last election. All right, so I'm not alone out there, right? Some people like Tulsi. All right, I'm not the only one. That's good. They called her a Russian asset while she's serving in the military. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Yeah, right? Purple Sky? I'll take that. Notice Powell says price stability, not price reduction, 24 the money. Yes. He's very careful with his words, right? J Powell? Oh, some of you guys forgot about the Powerball? Oh, Mega Millions. Is it Mega Millions? I keep saying Powerball. I'm sorry. Apologize, guys. Yeah, I almost bought tickets tonight. And then when I mentioned it, Grandpa threw me some super chat to get some tickets, which I will do. And maybe we can squeeze a AMC. Pal doesn't know what's on the balance sheet because it's so long. Pedal up and down, Brandon. Right. Can't we just have a pre-MOAS party? I think they're having one of those in New York soon at Central Park. Frozen State says, and I'm ex-military. Jesus Christ. I'm ex-military and Tulsi makes sense to me, Frozen State. You're right. Being president is as easy as crashing a bike, like crashing a country. They almost happened as fast, right? So Powerball's 1.2 billion. Jeez. Whew. 8 Blazing, you don't think so? You might be watching too much CNN, 8 Blazing. Hope everything is going well, says Can It Be? It's coming along, man. It's coming along. We're almost, I tell you this. We're finished. All the painting is done. It's just white trim that needs to be painted. And the partition wall that I'm putting up is now framed and the sheetrock is there. It's just got to be mudded and painted. So I'm pretty close to being done with this move. Thank God. Carl J says we're good. Inflation is transitory. PVV says he likes Tulsi. Roseanne, that would be a great catalyst. Obviously, I think if any ape won, we would set up the squeeze, right? Oh, no way, John O'Connor. Is that true? Get the F out of here. They won't sponsor him anymore? Wow. So something the guy didn't even have anything to do with. They're going to punish him for that. That's so effed up. Lupe, yeah, she's a good-looking woman, right? Tulsi? She got that, like, exotic, like, Hawaii thing going on. All about it. The little gray streak. Mega Millions. Okay. Rick K says I got my tickets under my pillow. There you go. Oh, yeah. Definitely Barney would have to. Yes, of course. Grandpa Barney would have to be hooked up. Mass, do you think that Harry Parrott, how you doing, brother? Let me get to you 1 sec. Mass, do you think if AMC teamed up with Blockbuster? Yeah, I've heard those rumors. Former streaming service that would hurt Netflix. What does Blockbuster offer AMC with streaming? Just the name? Yeah. Harry Parrott, was it me? Did I write that to you the other night in the comments? I wrote that to someone. Said, honestly, I wouldn't mind like a DeSantis Tulsi or a Trump Tulsi ticket. Just for getting us out of this war and getting the economy back on track and starting to release drilling contracts. Just the normal ones that we have, that we make every 5 years. Just do the normal stuff that we've been doing. I'm not asking for extra, but you can't completely cut us out of the means to power ICE vehicles right now. We're not ready for that. We don't have the infrastructure. We are not ready to switch over to an electric market. Yeah, Bliss, don't forget. Volvix Cranium says, hey, Massalorian, Moas, prosperity and health to you here. Thank you, my friend. Here's my takes on politics. People don't break out until people don't break out of the matrix. Yes. Especially on the Democratic side. They will vote Dem no matter what. They just reset to factory. They go right to factory settings when it comes to voting. That's for sure. Rands, how you doing tonight? Sea Hill, good evening. Roseanne, we should really be protesting Congress, right? They're allowing SEC to do this. They're allowing to get away with it. They could shut down PFOF right now if they want to. The Democrats have control of the House and the Senate with Kamala Harris as the 51st vote to put them, or whatever it is. Yeah, 51st vote to put them over the top. They could do it right now if they want to. Same thing with Roe versus Wade. They could codify it right now. They choose not to because it's the only thing they can run on. What else are they going to run on? AMC already has a streaming service. Why would they want Blockbuster? I don't believe it. No, and I'm not saying that's the case, T Hill, but a lot of people will just throw these names together, guys, because they look good for a click on a video. Hammer says, I have to admit that I'm getting antsy for the squeeze so I can move to Florida and Chicago. You're in Chicago, Hammer? Chicago's getting dangerous, no? What do you you work at Citadel? You're moving from Chicago to Florida. Sexy Pam's in the house. Hey, Sexy Pam. Pam is in the house. He has to race next week in competitive family visit. That sucks. What a shit stick, huh? Brenda, good evening. Pam, how you doing tonight? Biden says if you ain't falling down, you ain't going fast enough, fool. Come on, man. Whoever wins, Gus, how you doing tonight? Says whoever wins the Powerball, we need to reach out to them and tell them to buy AMC with all those millions. It's a good idea. We should. Someone should. Yes. Yes, Bucks fan. I did find out, though, that this word right here, BORDER, is something they're looking for in the algorithm. So going forward, whenever I'm talking about that, I'll have to spell it out. Or I was thinking of making flashcards with like pictures of like Klaus Schwab, WEF, Great Reset, and I'll just hold them up so that they won't come up on the algorithm when YouTube's going through it. We might have to try that. Maybe I'll do 8x10 so it'll be big. People like the Blockbuster experience. We're tired of being inside. Gives us something to do. More selection Netflix Prime. Is Blockbuster making their own material though, Rands? Like they don't have they're not set up to mass produce and do films and TV shows, right? You are great. Good. I have, Rands. I've been washing my hands. I was telling everyone earlier I was rushing back and forth between the two places today. I did mention I was not under the influence of monkeypox by any means. And also, no one has died from monkeypox. So don't let them freak you out. Get that diaper back on your face. Yes, yes, tell dog. Pam, you said you just got out of work? I heard AMC is partnering with Joe Rogan in order to bring tacos to the blockchain. So what's going on, Pam? Can you give us an update? What are you doing? What's new? I missed returning my videos a day late. Old Doge, have a good night, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you. If retail, Doxino says, look, man, if retail's resolve were as strong as lose, bro, we'd never lose. Hey, Can It Be? Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. I will. It's all getting put back into the studio, trust me, and into the material and the new software I want to get. And I want to get some more news outlets subscriptions just so I can try to get an idea of what the other side is saying all the time. I hate being constricted to just being able to pull up like 2 or 3 different outlets to draw information from. I like to see the other side, right? So thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Very much. No, you're not in the wrong chat. Someone yelled out sexy Pam's here. That's all. I'm just repeating it. Greg says, I like that Kenny is moving from Chicago to Miami because of the crime. Right. Like a waffle maker. I don't think that's going to help the rest of us if I buy a waffle maker with that money. I want to help all of retail. Waffle maker is just going to help me get fat. LA said I bought 1 Mega Million ticket. There is an employer that bought 100K worth of tickets for his employees, and he's doing it again. I heard about that, LA. I heard about that. Yep. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Even if you buy $1 billion worth of shares, the market makers would just send it to the dark pools. That would be very difficult to hide. Rand says, I do not play on that team. Oh, the monkeypox team? Yeah, apparently that has something to do with it. Or at least contracting. Good workout. Okay. Gregorio. Oh, man. I'm an asshole. Somebody asked me a while back to rate the Star Wars movies, and I never did it. Honestly, man, it didn't blow my hair back. I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, there were some good scenes in it, but I think the original idea to make that a 2-hour movie would have been perfect. And it would have helped AMC because it would have just come out right now, right? So we would have had a Star Wars movie called Obi-Wan come out in the movie theaters. How awesome would that have been for AMC to have a Star Wars 10 or whatever you want to call it right now? I mean, pulling $1 billion movie in the middle of the summer would have been nice. I think they're killing themselves with this Disney streaming and the shows. Harry Parrott says, not electoral advice. When you go to vote this fall for ties with George and Schwab. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll be talking about that Harry Parrott leading up to the elections. Don't you worry. OA says, y'all know the market's about to crash hard tomorrow. Hedge your bets. Pain assholes. I did reach out to you the other day to tell you congratulations, man. I'm glad you crushed it. It's good stuff. Kenneth B says, I will always support you and Tony. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, Kenneth B. I just, we're not the most exciting duo ever, but, we just don't want to pump you guys up or get your heads filled with nonsense. And it makes for a boring show sometimes. Sometimes you got to mix it up with other things to talk about. Pam, it's impossible to say hello to everyone. Thanks, Kennedy. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Bliss says, I don't get excited for earnings anymore. That's so 2021. How sad is that? Not as good as pancakes, though. Already had my 4 times numbers. Just tossed 100s at AMC each week now. Vin says Gensler is complicit. Yeah, man. He knows what's going on. He knows very clearly that we are being taken advantage of right now. He didn't smile in that interview because he's happy. He smiled because he realized he was in a unwinnable situation to answer that comment. Big time. Rands, I'm not a huge gamer, so I didn't watch Halo. I don't know too much about it, unfortunately. Natsuka says, if AMC doesn't mow us soon, we'll all be batting for that team. Mike, you don't have to do that, man. Honestly, when I get there, I'm going to set up a P.O. box. When I'm officially moved, which I think will be in the next couple days, I'm going to set a P.O. box just to have one. But yeah, man, I really, look, everybody is hurting right now. If people are struggling, I get it. I understand. My portfolio looks like crap right now, too. We are all in the same boat. So, I don't want anyone doing anything extra special, but when I do have a P.O. box, I will definitely put it, somewhere. I'll make a mention of it somewhere for sure. But don't anybody go out of their way for anything. I know everybody's struggling. Gregorio says, yeah, I agree. Disney Show Plus shows have been average at best. And yeah, absolutely. It's diluting their content. It's breaking from canon. Doing all kinds of things that are going to affect the theaters down the road. The woke nonsense, all that stuff has an effect on this. As much as I hate to talk about it, or at least I pretend to hate to talk about it, it definitely plays its role, right? Apes Blazing says, "You're not lying to me" is exciting enough and always will be. All right, I'll take that. Corey says, "Massalorian sounds like a bad porno name." Just kidding. Doc. Thanks, OA. Oh yeah, crush it, man. I'm glad you took those profits off the table. And anyone else who did on TBLT or any of those stocks that ran, you guys took your profits. Congrats. I'm so happy for you. Steven says, Steven, how you doing tonight? Says they are raising rates solely because they're helping these criminals hold their shorts. That's what I truly believe is going on here, Steven. I really think that has something to do with it. This is another way for them to continue to kick the can. That's what I really, truly think. I think there are some big people out there who are in a bad spot right now that's going to cause some serious ripple effect across the market, and they don't want that to happen right before the midterms. I don't think they can afford that. Yeah, Greg, don't worry. The helmet's coming. Definitely bringing the helmet. You did, Rands, and she was still nice to you? She is, man. I would have even hung up on you. Purple Sky says, why isn't the SEC woke? It's a great question. Great question. Yeah, they've always had subliminal messaging since their conception, Corey. I get that part. But most of it has been pretty heterosexual. That's about to change, unfortunately. Not that I have anything wrong with homosexuality, but it's just not my cup of tea. Greg says my porno name is Girth Brooks. Guy's out of control. It's a real phenomenon, Vin. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a YouTube creator out there. His name is Eric July. He just launched a comic book and raised $3 million in like 11 days. That's like a seventh of the money that that Lightyear brought in its first weekend opening. That's not bad, man, for an independent launch. So shout out to him if any of you guys know who Eric July is, for canon's sake. Did a great job with his comic book. Is Dana here tonight? Where's Dana? Greg, that's a pretty cool name. Let's see. Lupe says, I hope to see a Trump and DeSantis ticket for 2024. Lupe, I was just saying I would like to see Tulsi Gabbard on a ticket with one of those guys. Not everyone agreed, but some people said they would like Tulsi. She just seems like she's got her stuff together. Tulsi seems highly intelligent. She's patriotic. She's been a soldier. She's got tons of experience with foreign affairs. I mean, if anyone should be dealing with Ukraine right now, it's her. She's been on the Foreign Affairs Committee forever. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm catching up to the chat now. Hang on one second. Fataculous, good evening tonight. Bigham's talked about phase 6 and derivatives. Yes. Market, it sounds good. Yes, they everyone mentioned that earlier tonight. I wrote it down that Bigham's did a live stream last night, talked about that in ISDA. So I'm going to watch it when we get off. Thank you for that. Tell Dog I did not. What happened? Tell me. By the way, has anyone talked to Adrian or Diaz? Those guys all right now? Corey says Trump's dubious friends documentary and history. Yeah, I just care about what he does as president, Corey. I don't really give a shit about that anymore. It used to bother me, and it probably still does a little bit about his history and things he's done, but I'm sick of hearing that he's, misogynist and racist and all this shit. No one was talking about that until he became president. I didn't hear one person out there say that Trump is racist. Not one. I've seen a million pictures of him with black people, Spanish people, Studio 54, all over the place. Back in the 60s, back in the early 80s, late 70s, late 80s, early 90s. No one was running around saying the guy was a racist. Didn't hear it. So they can say whatever they want now. Yeah, I saw MTG the other night on Tim Pool. She tells it how it is. I'll give her that. I know she's had some crazy opinions in the past, but I don't know whatever she said about space lasers in Israel. I don't know, but I do like what she says in the halls of Congress. I think she's pro-America. And look, that's where I fucking live. So obviously I'm pro-America first. What do you want me to be? Corey says, same thing happened on 9/11 to COVID entertainment. Even Olympic ceremonies in 2012 and 1992, that shows COVID. Diaz is on vacation. Adrian's around. Okay, just want to make sure everyone's good. Make sure I got my peeps. No one's struggling right now. What are my thoughts, says Gus, on HYMC? Is it worth investing in? I have a suspicion it will move with AMC after August 4th. So I was looking earlier about this, Gus. Was it HYMC or Tough Belt? Oh, no, it was Tough Belt. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I think everyone pretty much knows. And Pam, you can tell me. You might know, Pam. Does everyone know that there's an interview coming up with someone from Highcroft? Is that like a known thing? Headstock says, yeah, Trump might be too old to run, and I don't know how he's going to be cognitively in 2 years. He might not be all there, and if that's the case, I don't want to see another president who isn't all there again, ever speak in a State of a Union address, ever again. Dog says, Trump sent a letter to CNN saying he was going to sue the shit out of them and other media and big tech companies. For what? Slander? He's a public person. He can't do that, right? He's a celebrity. Mike says yes with boss. Okay. I wouldn't do anything till after that interview goes through. That's my 2 cents. Till that happens, I wouldn't touch HYMC. Owe says, I'm going to piss people off. I'm black and voted for Trump, didn't vote for Obama, New York City type shit. Owe, I didn't even know you were black, bro. I could care less. I know you're my brother. That's it. I know you hold an AMC. You made some money on Tough Build. You're good with me. I didn't vote either election. I didn't vote for Obama or Trump or who did Obama run against? Whoever run, Romney. I've never voted for president, so I never really got political till the last 18, 20 months. Okay, August 4th interview. On August 4th? Yeah, I would definitely wait till that. Yep. I would wait till after that date. Yep. I tried, we tried to get Diane on 3 months ago. Panther reached out, and we had actually talked to her people multiple times. Maybe now that the price is down, she's getting desperate. She wants to come on and rah-rah her company. Maybe they're going to bring out an announcement that they just found $12 trillion in gold. I don't know. I hope it's that, because that means AMC would do very well. Slander and defamation, Tell Dog, libel, Slick Rick. How you doing tonight, Slick Rick? Yeah, I'm sure Pantheon and Boss will do a great job questioning them. I'm sure they'll have some great questions for her. And I'm sure they'll do a great job. She can't not go now, Mike, right? She has to go now. She's committed. Everyone has, the announcement's been made that she's making the trip. If she backs out now, that we will look so weak. So weak. She can't back out now. Even though I wish she would. Lupe says, hey, Mass, I would like to see Tulsi in Trump DeSantis administration to run as VP with DeSantis when it's time for him to run. I would be totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. Joey, I love Puerto Ricans. One of my best friends growing up was Puerto Rican. She became my girlfriend for a while. None of that really affects me at all, especially with YouTube, because I have no idea what 95% of you guys look like. I don't know what most of your genders are or anything, which is one of the things I love about this community. And another thing, they have had a hard time defeating us with politics. They haven't been able to split us in half. They can't do that, right? Because they don't know what we all look like. And I always thought we had a huge advantage because the mainstream media would not be able to pull the race card or the gender card or any shit like that on retail, right? They did it in 2000. They did it with Occupy Wall Street. They switched up the narrative and turned everyone inward on each other, and that's how that fell apart. I think that's one of our biggest advantages is we're doing this with our wallets and online and social media. It's not a physical revolution. It's economic revolution, right? Purple Sky says, Diane is a smart cookie. She will totally do a great job. I watched her do an interview on the YouTube and Zynga. Yep, I saw that one too, Purple Sky. Yeah, she seems like a very intelligent woman. I'm sure Boston Pantheon will knock it out of the park. Ray K says, much love to the chat. Thank you, man. Have a great night. Much love to you, too. We got this. We got this. Carl J says, no, man, it doesn't. And the fact that they keep injecting this shit into the news every night, it's like, guys, we got over this like 20 years ago, man. I don't know what they are talking about right now. Just nobody gives a shit anymore. Your average American doesn't care what skin color you are, what culture or background you come from, who you are making out with. 99% of us don't care. There is a 1% mob on Twitter that is currently running social media for some reason. Has Massalorian, has anyone, one person? Yes. Yeah, one guy, one kid has. Yeah. But in the last 18 months, and I even questioned him, being like, are you sure you think you know who I am? He's like, I'm pretty sure. He did. But I thought at first he was making a mistake anyways. Greg says, I rode my Harley down to Occupy Miami, and everyone thought I was a cop. Yeah. They are all about divide and conquer. Yeah, I guess that's why I find myself on the right side of this issue. That's just where it ended up from what I see and the rhetoric that I hear, that the way they speak. All that money that went to Ukraine, not one of the progressives in the Democratic Party voted against it. It took 54 Republicans. The only people that voted against it were 54 Republicans. If that's going to be the party of, anti-war, well, I guess you can count me in for now. I'm not about killing people over money to make a goddamn profit. That's right. We all bleed red. At the end of the day, LA. Teldog says Piglosi sold NVIDIA. Good. Right. Exactly. Exactly. She went running off the stage the other night, and no one calls her on it. Nobody. I got to shut up before they take us down. What time is it? Midnight? All right, guys. So I'm probably going to stay on only because I got to be up early tomorrow. Probably going to stay on for like another 10, 15 minutes. And then I got to get some serious sleep. Spock here says, not me, mine's green. What, your blood's green? That's ruthless, bro. Mike says black apes matter. Yeah, I mean, you guys understand. I mean, I know maybe what a couple dozen people look like that I've associated with over the last 18 months, or I've become friends with, or have joined, the chat some night, or commented to me. I have no idea what anybody looks like or anything. It's very hard to divide and conquer when you don't know what you're up against. So they're at a disadvantage with that. They have not been able to do that to us. Divide and conquer, because we haven't fallen for that bullshit. And they can't possibly back it up with any facts. What can you do but hate on Trump? Oh, man, I'm definitely not getting monetized. When your administration is changing definitions, right. And, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We happen to be in 2022, and that is who is running the country right now, and that is why I'm complaining about them. If this was happening under a Republican administration, I would be saying the same thing. Does not matter to me. I am an American. I'm not a registered anything. Vin says all we need is love and Moass. Well, Pam's bringing the love every night, so thankfully, now we just need the Moass. Doc says, Mass, I look like a saddlebag with eyes. Jesus. Dan says, exactly, Mass, and well said. Thanks, man. Listen, I just want to put this out there. There is going to be, in a couple weeks, we're trying to set up to run a fantasy league for football. We're going to get one creator, and they're going to pick a subscriber to play with them fantasy football. So we might try to have like 10 creators and then get 10 people from our community to play along with us. And I think that's going to happen, that we're going to pick that in the next week or so. Going to put that whole thing out there and kind of just explain how it's going to go down. So if you're interested in that, it's coming. Pam says, hurry up, Moass. Yeah, while we're waiting, Pam, we're trying to do something fun. So we figured that would be something that would be cool. That would maybe be uplifting to the spirit. But I think it's a great idea. Harry says, Tulsi. Okay, I gotta address this. This is very true. Tulsi was a 2015 member of the Young Global Leaders under Schwab. Yep. That is true. I don't think just because you at some point were one of the Young Global Leaders, I don't think that necessarily holds you to that. We have to hold those people to the same standard now. As long as they have scrubbed themselves from it, I think they're okay. But I was aware of that, Harry Parrott. I also am aware that the next man up for the Democratic Party is one of the Young Global Leaders. And if you know, chat, who that is, who is the Democratic Party guy who's one of the young global leaders under Charles Schwab, who they're probably going to possibly promote for president in 2024. Jeff says, Pam brings the love and Bliss works for it. Andrew Francesi says, yes, please hurry up. This vacation is causing me a fortune. Pam thinking out loud again. Jeff, you down for fantasy football? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get a list, and then we might just like pick names out of a hat, so it's completely random. All right, where are we at here? 12:15. If you guys have any other questions about tomorrow, I will take them now. But I would expect to see tomorrow when this GDP number comes out, I will expect to see a little bit of hysteria at first. And then I think that the media will try to calm you down. And then I think we'll continue to hear that we're not in an official recession right now. And believe me when I say we are going to be the only country saying that, because everyone else has already admitted that their GDP is down for the second consecutive quarter and they are in a recession. So they can change the definition as many times as they want. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow morning comparing what all of the media outlets said in 2018 when we were faced with the same situation and what they're saying now. And you tell me, looking at it, can you see the hypocrisy and the bullshit? Purple Sky, good night. GDP announcement. Good question. Let me take a look. Usually like 8:30 or somewhere in that time. There is the release schedule. GDP 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Just about 8 hours. Purple Sky says drop it like it's hot. Yeah, if you guys remember to hit the like on your way out, beautiful. Thanks so much. Purple Sky, have a good night. Got work in the morning. 24 the money says GDP will be 0.00 tomorrow. Mike, have a great night. No, Lupe. No. Pete is a World Economic Forum young leader. Mayor Pete. Remember that. Recession due date after now, 10 decimal waiting. Remember, Jeffrey says, Jordan says men can have babies. A recession is not actually recession. I can't believe Webster's changed the definition of woman. That's fucking unreal. We live in some wacky times right now, I must say. Jeff says, remember everyone, y'all talk about bag holding AMC, but you don't lose unless you sell on the red. That's right, Jeff. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Vin Cool, have a good night. Lupe. Carl, Mass, Rafi, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Good night, Greg. Tell Dog. Thank you, Doc. Yes. Yeah, thank you to all of my mods tonight. Who did we have tonight? Pam, Tell Dog was in here. I didn't see. Maxie was in here. Help me, Pam. Who am I missing? I think that Jam Bams was here. Thank you guys to all the mods. Appreciate you guys so much. Everyone who donated tonight, I can't thank you enough. Without that, there is impossible for me to be able to do this. So I really thank you so much. Carl J says, tried shrooms once. LOL. I might have to microdose tomorrow night, Carl, if nothing happens. Opinionated assholes, have a good night, my friend. Take care, brother. Much love. I wholeheartedly believe, Zach says, that what we are witnessing in our time. Hold on. I wholeheartedly believe what we're witnessing right now in our time is purely about exposure, showing everyone everything, great awakening. They are certainly not holding it. They are certainly not holding it in. They're being very clear in their intentions, and they're working very well right now. They have everyone at their mercy, right? Harry Parrott, Carl says, best chat ever, dude. Love you guys. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. None of this happens without you. So I peed. Get out of here, you filthy animal. Have a good night. Let's get this money. They will never show us the aliens, though. I do believe, though, Jordan. I think Bob Lazar really did work on alien spacecraft. Whether it was that dug up from an archaeological site or whether it crash landed, however it happened. I don't know. The guy just doesn't smell like bullshit to me. Yeah, guys, send Liz some love. If you don't know Liz Kleeman, she's one of our mods. She's been amazing on here, helping us out. So if you want to show her some love, definitely do that. 100%. She's been a great asset to this channel and to everyone in the community. So I would definitely send her some love if you get a chance. Andrew says Lazar documentary was lit. All right, we can't be talking about aliens, right? All right, guys, I'm going to head to bed. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by, hanging out with me. Just be ready for them to be telling us we're not in a recession yet, but we are. And by the way, one last thing. I just found out canned foods, this is going to be out left field, but canned foods, the expiration date in the bottom, or if it says best if bought by, they actually take all of the microorganisms and nutrients out of canned food for the most part. So when it hits that point and they flash steam it, it's almost impossible for anything to bacterial grow for a long time. So if we do have food shortages, don't forget that you might have some canned things. This probably sounds nuts, but I just happened to see it. So I'm passing on the info. Check your cans. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great night. Thank you guys so much. Keep your eye on the market tomorrow. I'll be back with you guys before the week's out. Love all you. Have a great night. Peace. You're welcome. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm still on.